Hi everyone, I am Rebecca from ChemKnits and I'm here today with a really fun unboxing. And it looks like I've got some light streaming in, so that might affect the colors a little bit. Sorry guys. Hi guys, welcome and thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to unbox my very first KnitCrate package. I am really excited when they reached out to me and offered to sign me up for their KnitCrate membership. And so this is the first of a couple package that I will get to open up and see and share with you. So KnitCrate offers a variety. Yes, it's an unboxing if it's in a bag. Yeah, I will say I was sort of expecting a box. But at least if it's going to come in a bag, it's a very happy teal-shaped bag. Those of you who, and maybe, let me try shifting this. You can see a bit of the playroom, but I think it's just because the light is streaming through up here. Anyway, I'm very excited that it's in a happy teal package. It feels, you know, very lightweight. It's not stuffed full, but I can tell that there are 2 skeins of yarn in here. So this is the standard KnitCrate membership, which is supposed to come with a minimum of 2 skeins of yarn and 2 patterns, 1 knitting and 1 crochet. And so the yarn that's in the package will work with both of the patterns, and you'll have enough yarn to complete one of them. And so whether you knit or crochet, that means that this is supposed to work well for you. And since you're tuning in, I actually have a special coupon code that they gave me. The code is, oh, you put in your order this morning and it just shipped? That's awesome. You can get 20% off your first order if you use the code ChemKnits20. The code is in the video description. And also there is my affiliate link in there as well, so that way they know that I referred the sale to them. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. And the thing about this is that right here, what I'm going to open up is the February 2018 KnitCrate box. And I believe that they have 3 different colorways, at least for this month. So I don't know which colorway I'm going to get. I have seen the spoiler, so I know it. I don't know the yarn weight. I didn't read too closely, but I know that it's what the color theme of the month is. But so each month you would get a surprise yarn, at least 2 skeins, and enough to make either of the knit or crochet pattern that comes in the package. And this service costs $24.99 and includes shipping, I believe probably just within the US. I'm not sure about international shipping. Yeah, and it's funny because I met them. I went to a Vogue, when I lived in Illinois, I went to Vogue Knitting Live a couple times, and I actually stopped by the KnitCrate booth years ago, like over 5 years ago. I stopped, maybe 6 or 7. I stopped at their booth and I chatted with them and I was like, oh, this seems pretty cool. And it wasn't something I was really, I was able to take the plunge for yet, but I liked the idea of sort of a surprise care package every month coming up. So enough chatting and let's take a peek. So again, this is my first KnitCrate. So, you know, I'm learning a bit about all this as well, but I have read some of their FAQs, and so I can probably answer some questions. I decided, oh, actually, is there an easy tear thing on this package? I did go, oh wait, there is. There's like a, I had scissors on hand, but there was like a tab, so I can easily open. International shipping is free too. Well, you get KnitCrate and you get it to the Netherlands. That's awesome. Oh, interesting. Okay, so what I have here, let's go to the yarn first. Ooh. Okay, so I have 2 skeins, and this is Knitology yarn by KnitCrate. This is the color Mist. It is a silken worsted that is 40% merino, 30% silk, 30% alpaca worsted weight yarn. There's 149 yards per 100 grams, so I probably have 200 grams. And they recommend a size 8 needles. And this is one of their exclusive yarn lines. Now I know they also have some other subscription services that feature indie dyers. And I'll talk a little bit about that, those ones in a minute. But This yarn is pretty. It's hard to tell if it's because of the silk, but it does look like that it's probably kettle dyed, and that we see some very, very subtle tonal variations in there. And so I think that it could turn it, it's really soft too. Yeah, it's really, really soft. There's so many, but most don't ship to Austria, so then you don't get it. So awesome. I'm glad that so many of you have really good experiences with this. I've been really curious for a long time. But so the yarn is really, really pretty. I don't think I've ever had a worsted wool silk alpaca blend. And ooh, it's soft. I mean, I'm curious to learn more about the pattern. So let's see. All right, this comes with a big old card. So this is something that is in the package right here. And I guess I can't show the back because it has some codes on it. I guess I'm not probably shouldn't share those. But so it says Petrishore, I guess is the smell after the rain. And apologies for my pronunciation. And in this shipment calls into mind the soothing sounds of rainfall, the glistening shine of wet pavement, and an enhanced green of trees. The world comes alive in the new ways after a storm, the lights shining and reflecting against the newly slick surfaces. And so a silk blend is kind of perfect for bringing that to mind, because I love silk and silk blends because it just has like a nice shimmer that almost gives it an iridescent or, you know, fresh after a rainstorm type quality. And so that's awesome. Oh, I missed. Oh, cool. I'm glad that international shipping. So this is a deep teal. I believe that, and there's spoilers on their website, so you can see their website is knitcrate.com, and there's also a link in the descriptions, and I dropped a link at the beginning of the comments. Actually, I will go ahead and drop that and the coupon code in the chat again. But on the website, you can see that this month, in February, the yarns came in 3 different colorways. There's a blue, sort of like a rich, like blue, a teal, and then this darker teal that's more of an evergreen. And so I think that I have the darkest one that's shown at the top. If you look at, okay, this is, since I don't have screen share, so it came in 3 colorways. So I think that the one I got is that top one. Oh yeah. Maybe next time I'll do like a screen share so that way I can flip to the website. But I'm on my cell phone right now to do this. But I mean, I'm really, really happy with this yarn. They did send me a message that said that some people complained and some people were reporting that these colorways, which are really saturated colors this month, were like some people might be getting some like dye rub off on your hands. And, you know, they also shared some instructions on how to fix that, which basically, if you are experiencing when you're winding into a ball dye rubbing off, you can soak it in water. And this wasn't their recommendation, but my personal recommendation might be to add some vinegar to help things set, but to soak in water. But, you know, this is something that, I mean, can happen with commercial yarns sometimes. I've had some reds especially start to rub off a bit on my fingers. But it was nice that they contacted me, and I'm assuming other people, to give like a heads up about that. So I think that they're really responsive if you ever have any questions or comments. But this color is just really, I'm a little blown out because of the window behind me, but the color is really, really rich. And actually, so I'm wearing a navy shirt. And so as comparison, it would actually look really, really nice with what I'm wearing today. But let's see what the back of the card says. Okay, so it says that here's what's inside. The 3 colors that they offered were verdant, sorry, pronunciation, raindrops, which is probably the blue, or mist. And so I got the mist. And they call the base yarn glowing worsted. I like that name. That's really nice. And what they've put is that this yarn has a suggested retail of $24 a skein, which, you know, as, you know, a hand dyer, if I was going to sell individually hand dyed skeins of yarn, that's what around what I would probably charge. And I think it's actually not a bad price for this kind of blend that has been dyed. Now, I don't know with their in-house yarns, I don't know how they dye it. So I don't know if it's been done by hand or what. But yeah, I think that it's like a really, really nice yarn. I mean, and for $25 for this, for some commercial yarns can be, sorry, just listening for the kid. Some commercial yarns might be cheaper overall, but it's a really, for $25 for these 2 skeins of yarn, I think that that's a really, really good price. I do know I've looked at some of their yarn bases, which is why I think that like what they said as the suggested cost, and based on if I wanted to buy bare yarns from KnitCrate, I think that the cost of the dyed yarns seems reasonable to me. And so, yeah, so they have an estimated value of the crate at $63. And this includes 2 patterns, which, okay, so what else? Oh, okay, here's a card that talks about the patterns. So there's 2 cowls today. One is called Raindrop Cowl. This looks like the knit pattern. Whoop. And the other, I don't think the picture really does it justice, but the other one that is the crocheted one is called, what's it called? The Mariana Trench Scarf. But it also looks like it's probably a cowl. Now, what this does not this does not contain the printed patterns in it. So, I mean, there's some coupon codes, which I'll look at in a second, see what there are. But so the yarn, this postcard with the patterns, and then a description of what's inside is all that is present in the bag. But it looks like, so it does give me the contact information for the designers, and I have a link to get to the patterns. And so maybe I'll try that out in a sec. But I think that when you go to the link, you can either download the patterns directly or you can add them to your Ravelry library. But so I'll try this out so we can see if that works. But there's also 2 bonus codes. So off of, and I guess these are codes probably from the designers. So Noelle Davis, who designed the knit pattern that's coming with this kit, there's a coupon code to get 50% off her designs on Ravelry right now. And then there's a second code. Okay, honey. All right, I'm gonna have to be right back because I have to go help my kid. I'm very sorry for this interruption. He had an injury, so especially needs my help. But the second code that comes with this, if you have the crate, is 10% off of the crochet designer on Ravelry. And I don't know how long those coupon codes are good for, but I will be back and I'll talk more about this and we'll attempt to download the patterns in just a minute. Hang tight, guys. Sorry about this. Apparently I just got told to go do some videoing and he'll call me when he's ready. So sorry about that. We had an injury, a playground injury yesterday. So right now he only has one arm accessible, but he'll be totally fine. But yeah, he's like, go do some video. All right. Okay, so that's cool that it comes with coupon codes. Each of the designers gives some coupon codes so you can visit their shop. And I'll go look at downloading those in a minute. But as you know, as I was looking at the company, there were some really things that stuck out to me as a dyer. Now, I don't dye at the scale that I would ever be able to take advantage of this, but when I was researching where to buy different types of bare yarns, I came across their site. Hold on, and I'm totally blanking. The subscription is sold out. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I'm actually glad that they didn't print out the patterns, because if I'm not going to use them right away, like I have some old Knit Picks kits that came with printed patterns that I lost and then wasn't able to like get a copy again. But where Yeah, so KnitCrate also runs the site. All right, and now he's done for real. So now I will be right back again. Sorry, everyone. Oh man, sorry guys. A 4-year-old with an arm in a sling, so he's learning how to do things again. But he got out of bed all by himself, which is a big deal. Yeah, there was a bit of a break. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, I have binders full of patterns as well. I have like ones I've never done, and then I have a special sections for ones I've done. And then I think another section for ones I've done multiple times so I can get my patterns easily. But the KnitCrate, the company KnitCrate, they make their own bare yarns, and you can buy them actually at dyersupplier.com. And sometimes they have some sample skeins available, so you can buy them either in 10 packs or, occasionally there's some singles. But the thing that I found really interesting, because anytime there's a subscription service that uses an independent designer or dyer, you wonder, like, what's the cost to the individual who is providing these to the company? And if you look at their website, the KnitCrate website, they have their, of course I'm over in the FAQs right now, they have their dyeing, they actually offer yarn support to the independent dyers. So in the Artisan Crate, which is a little more expensive, the Artisan Crate I think is $34.99 a month. And you get some yarn from an independent dyer, a pattern, both a knitting and crochet pattern, and some kind of notions, like maybe stitch markers or buttons or something. But that crate features independent dyers. And so, but they have at the top of their website, you can look at the independent dyer program. And so they offer yarn support, which means that, and I have no idea what the quantities or anything are like, but that means that if you're going to work with them and you're going to be an independent dyer for one of their crates, they will send you the yarn and then you will dye it and then you get a flat rate per skein, but you're not out the thousands of dollars for the yarn bases before sending it to the company. And so when I read that actually really made me really intrigued about the company, because I thought that it really seemed like that they're really interested in having a very mutually beneficial agreement, and they aren't just asking the independent dyers to supply things at their own cost so they're not asking the dyers themselves to assume the risk, which I thought was something that was actually really, really nice about the company. And it looks like you can even work with them, and they might again, this would be if you're using enough yarn probably to justify this, but you can work with them to design a custom yarn base as well, which, is intriguing, but I don't dye at the scale where that is necessary to me. It was just an aspect of this company beyond the crate that really I thought was wonderful. And yeah, okay, so let's see, and I do have my laptop here. Let's see what I need to do to get the patterns. Okay, so there's a website, which I'm not reading out loud because, oh cool, so I can download to the computer. Let's see if I can show this to you guys. So when I typed in the link, there's now buttons that say download to your computer or download to your Ravelry library. And so that's pretty nice. So let's see. Downloading both of the patterns to my Ravelry library. Ah, cool. And as it does that, there's a coupon code that it enters in for me. And cool. That's awesome. Yeah, so then it enters the coupon code. I click checkout now, and then now both of these patterns are in my Ravelry library, so that way they're saved. I can download them whenever I want. They're in my library, so if I have other yarn that they might be good for after I've used up this one yarn, I can search in my Ravelry feature and stuff, and so that's really, really nice. But also if I forget, say, who the designer is, since it's in my library, then I can go and see more about the designer and check out their other designs. And ooh, it looks like one of the designers, oh, okay, it looks like my kind of person. They have like a polka flute, a Jigglypuff amigurumi, a Yoda like scarf hat. I mean, this was the crochet designer. A little Harry Potter little plushie. That's fun. That's this designer who has a lot of those really, really fun patterns. Oh, that's exciting. So I always like to learn. I like that there's the ability to learn a little bit about the designers who are involved in the patterns that came with the kit. And I would imagine that if you had the artisan crate that has independent dyed yarn, that you could get, that they'd probably include a card about the dyer as well, so you can find out more information. And that there might also be coupon codes so you could buy more yarn from that dyer. Yeah, I think that it's really great. And so the KnitCrate membership comes with a variety of yarn weights. You'll get anything from, so this is worsted, but I heard that they also sometimes will get bulky, sport, DK, fingering. I don't know if they do lace. That wasn't one that they had listed in their FAQ, but you never really know. There is a membership, a sock crate membership, which as one of you mentioned might be sold out right now. Let me get back to their site. So there's a sock crate, and yeah, the sock crate, which is the same price, it's 20 or maybe $1 cheaper. The sock crate's $23.99, and you get each month one skein of indie dyed sock yarn, and you get an exclusive sock knitting pattern and some kind of fun extra. But that one's currently sold out. But but also, so if you prefer sock yarn, then you can kind of check and see if that comes available again to sign up. But if you sign up for the artisan crate, not the artisan crate, sorry, the KnitCrate membership subscription, which is their most basic one. If you sign up for that now, you will get, before the end of February, you will get the same yarn and patterns as I unboxed here today. So you might get one of the other two colorways for the yarn, but I believe that the yarn base will be the same across the board. So if this gorgeous, gorgeous silk alpaca wool blend intrigues you, then you should sign up and get the February crate. And so this is something else that I don't really know entirely how it works yet. But every month, you'll get some coupon codes. So we got the codes for the designers today. But you also earn some kind of KnitCrate points. And I forget what they call the points. Because since they sent this to me, this is something that I don't see listed in my account. But you earn points, which are available throughout the entire calendar. Stash points, thank you. You earn points, and they're available throughout the entire calendar year. And then you can use those to kind of get different kind of discounts. So you could use it for, I'm still at I was in the help form. That's why it wasn't going to the page. So yes, you can get stash points, and there's a little thing that pops up on the page, and so you can see different kinds of coupons that you can get. And so I think that, I'd have to log in, but I don't have an account there. So, okay, for 100 stash points, you would get a $5 off coupon. Or you could get a $5 off a subscription coupon and things like that. So you could get all the way up to, with 2,000 points, a $100 off coupon. And so if you share with your friends, and you can both earn rewards, they could get it looks like that they're sharing referral benefits where you get some points and they might get a discount. And so they have all kind of that stuff, I guess, sort of like a loyalty program. And so in their shop, they have it looks like some other yarns and the other patterns and tools and stuff. And so what I don't know is if you wanted more of a colorway, if that's something that you would be able to get. So if you wanted to get, and maybe that is something that depends on if they sell out for a month and if they have some left over. I don't know if the leftover yarn's going to their shop. That would make sense, but I don't know the answer to that. I do know that it's very, very exciting to get this really, really vibrant green package. Yeah, I mean, it didn't really feel like a crate, but I mean, it's still really fun. You notice when looking through the shop that they were sold out of the other two colors. Do you think that means anyone subscribes now would just get that color? I don't know for sure, but if they do have the yarns in their shop, it's possible that, so you don't get to pick, with your subscription, when they have 3 colorways available, you don't get to pick which colorway you get. What you get is going to be a surprise. And so what I don't know is if they dye enough yarn and have some extra that go in the shop, or if they sell out, you know, so if they have some extra in the shop and so then the other colorways sell out and so then what everyone else receives is the last one, or what? Since I guess now I'm curious and I'm going to go look in the shop. Because yeah, since I didn't really know what yarn showed up. I see. So the other 2 colors are sold out currently. And it looks like probably the sock yarn and some of the other stuff for the month are sold out. So it does look like you can buy during the same month the yarns that were in one of the subscription kits if it's available. So yeah, I guess the question remains, I know one of you signed up today for this, and thank you. And so I'd be curious to know what color you end up with, and if you got the same color, if you got the mist colorway, or if you get something else. And so that will say, like, you know, basically, do they have a bunch of packaged crates ready to go, and then, you know, send them out so there's still some of the other colorways available, or I mean, it would just be one sample, so I guess we'd need a few more people to know if someone else is getting a different color. But, you know, you could see it could really go either way. That all that are left might get the only one that's left. But I have a feeling that, you know, they wouldn't want to sell out of the yarns and then not have the subscriptions left. So I'm not really sure. But yeah, so they do sell it on their website for $24 a skein, which I guess means that, because you know when they say that the value of what the kit is on the back, I don't want to give you guys the coupon codes, but so when they show you the value that is in the kit on this cool little card, since they're selling the yarns for that price, that means that the value is, you know, is legitimate, because they are legitimately selling the skeins of yarn for that price. But for, you know, and I don't know much about the Knitology brand or really yet. I mean, I'm really just learning a lot about this company, and this is my first kit, and so I'm really stoked, everyone. So the KnitCrate membership again is $24.99, and if you use the code ChemKnits20, and I have all this in the video description. If you use the code ChemKnits20, you will get a 20% off. You'll get 20% off your first, I guess, subscription, and so the first month, I think. And so that would be really, really nice. So you can try it out for 20% less than $24.99 for the first month. So then the other crates are the Artisan crate, which has, again, it has independently designed yarn, or independently dyed yarn. So you'll get a different dyer every month in that subscription. And it comes with 2 knitting patterns, one beginner and one intermediate advanced. So if you are a beginner, then that's something that can still work for you. I haven't looked at closely at the patterns here to see how to get a sense of the difficulty of them. I'd have to download the patterns and actually take a look more at the stitches. Oh, actually, I can take a peek at that right now and see what people have rated them. So the crochet pattern does not look like it's been rated yet. Yeah, it's been, there's one project. So I think it's still pretty new for these to have been rated, but yeah, so I guess the crochet pattern is worked flat and as one piece. And let's go look and see. Oh, where's my library? There we go. Sorry. I really should, next time I'll, because I think I'm going to get at least two more of these. I will set up I'll set it up with the webcam, and so then I can do a screen capture, and so that way I can show the stuff on the website while I'm doing this. So the knit cowl, again, does not seem to have been rated difficulty-wise yet by the people that have knit it. But now that I can look at it, okay, so there's a chart and written pattern. It's one piece, seamless, and made in the round. Thank you, Ravelry, for all of your attributes that you add to patterns. So, I mean, I think that the construction, yeah, there's some interesting sort of, either, I don't know if it's like a slip stitch or a bobble stitch, which could be interesting. But that shows up a bit better on the pictures on the Ravelry page than it does right here, where the stitch definition doesn't really show up as well for the knit pattern. The crochet pattern, I think, you can see a lot of definition in those stitches. But I think actually both of them would be really pretty in this color. And I don't know, it's soft. I have some, not KnitCrate's line, but I have some wool alpaca silk that I'm excited to dye myself, and so I'm excited to have this in my stash. And I mean, I've been like rubbing my hands on it, and I haven't seen any dye transfer or anything like that. So, but you know, it was nice that they sent out an email about that. And yeah, so what do you guys think? Would you guys want to try this out? I'm really excited. Oh, so it looks like, you know, if you sign up in the middle of a month, so if you sign up now, they'll ship the package, you know, right away, and, you know, you'll get it however long the shipping takes. I think they shipped mine. It took just a couple days to get here. And then you'll be charged, I think, at the first of the month. And then they try to ship packages so that way you'll receive it before the 15th of the month. Or at least it'll be shipped by the 15th. I forget exactly. But so that way you'll get it. They want to make sure that you get it within the calendar month if possible. I mean, if you sign up later, then that gets a little harder. But so if you sign up today, you will get the February crate, which is what I opened here. And then on the 1st, you'll be charged for the March crate, and then they'll ship it out sometime at the beginning of March, and you'll get that as well. And as soon as my March crate arrives, I will open it up and then be a little more prepared with the computer, so that way we can go and check out the patterns a bit. But I think that I should be able to do that without sharing any of the codes. But yeah, I mean, it was really, really easy to, and if you don't have a Ravelry account, you can just download the patterns directly from the website. That it says on the back of the card where to go, and so you can download directly. I know that some people might be bummed that you have to download the patterns, but personally I prefer it. And I know a lot of you were talking about your binders and binders full of patterns, and so I'm really glad to have something that I can just access when I'm ready to make it. But I'm really, really intrigued by this crochet design, and so I think that between the two, this is the one that I am leaning more towards. And if they sell out of the month of the design or they sell out of the crate that you're interested in, it looks like that you know, maybe if you go at the very beginning of March, you might be able to snag some of the yarn for the crate that you can't, for like the sock crate. Or, you know, you can go and you can find the patterns and see the links to the patterns and then go and purchase the pattern yourself. And so, you know, I guess you won't get the savings that you would get with the crate, but it's something that you'll have to do. Yeah, you should sign up and try. And I'd love all of you that are signing up, please comment on the replay of this video to let us know what color you get. Because I'm curious if everyone who signs up today will get this green, will get the mist color, or if they're still, you know, our question will be answered if someone subscribes today and gets one of the other colorways. All we need is one to know that even if a color sells out, you could still get it. But yes, if you're gonna sign up, please use my link. Here, I will add it in the chat again. Yeah, don't forget the coupon code because ChemKnits20 for 20% off. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm intrigued by a lot of, I'm just intrigued by the company as a whole, and I can't wait to see what comes next month. I think that it's all, I mean, it was just a happy, it's a reason why in my Kickstarter I sent everything in purple envelopes, and it's because like it's happy getting the bright color envelope. It might not be a box, but you know, it's happy and bright and was still very pleasurable to open. And I liked, you know, I liked getting the information on these cardboard sort of postcard things versus like a printout slip of paper. There was no, I will say there was no packing slip in here or price. So if this was something that you wanted to send as a gift, you could send it to someone and there isn't, I don't know if you could get a note put in one if you're sending a gift. I know that it is possible to, but there's nothing in here that would tell the recipient what you paid for it unless they went and looked at the website specifically to see. Oh, there's a little message. It says, "Are you excited? We hope you love your package." I do. "You earned KnitCrate points. Log in to redeem. Happy knitting." Now, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I get any points because I didn't pay for this. They sent it to me. But I know that when you buy it, you'll get points, and then you can save up your points and then get discounts off of future months and stuff. So I buy my shipping envelopes on Amazon, is where I found them. When you see the teal bag in your mailbox, you get excited like a little kid. Love yarn. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And, you know, until more people, like, not very many people ship from colored packaging. I mean, it's a tiny bit more expensive, but if you're like me and you ship at a really low volume, then it's, you know, a couple pennies doesn't make a huge difference. But it really was super, super, super happy to get this bright, bright color package. I was like, ooh, what have we here? I mean, I was expecting it, and I would have come on and opened it last night, but you know, we had a day at the ER and stuff, and so I wasn't able to open it last night, but so I was able to open today. And Lucas is going to be just fine. It's just a broken collarbone. He was like, "Are you going to tell them that I'm hurt?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Good." So there's a lady you buy fiber from in the States, and she always sends it in pink packages. Yeah, it's sort of like a fun identifier. I mean, I've done other, I did a unspun fiber subscription once, and it didn't come in a colorful package, but it came in a very fluffy package, so I always knew. But yeah, he's a trooper, and so, but I think he might, oh no, he's not asleep, but he's resting. He's getting riders with my mom, and so Lucas is getting a mommy day, and we're having a lot of fun. Bubbles did a short walk, and he gets a lot of TV, so he's happy. But I'm in the room with him, and so he, you know, he gets all of my attention, except during rest time, which is now. But anyway, thank you all for joining me to check out my very first KnitCrate. I hope that, you know, you guys sign up and take advantage, or, you know, if you want to wait, they didn't give me an expiration date for my coupon code, so I'm not sure how long it lasts. I'll have to check, but I imagine given that March is, you know, only a week away, that it would still work then as well. So yeah, but you get 20% off your first month, and you know, again, you know, if you order today, you will get the same, and you order the KnitCrate membership subscription, you will get the same patterns and stuff that I got today, and the same type of yarn base. We're just a little unsure if the sold out colors are still available for the crate people. But I mean, this color is still rich, and it's sort of, because it's not evergreen. There's too much blue in it for it to be an evergreen. But, you know, it's like a navy of teals is the way I would describe it. But it's just a really fun color. Spruce. Yeah, it could be spruce, but there's a little too more blue in it. But I mean, because, you know, mist I think is a good color, but I think mist could also, the name mist could work for a lot of different colors in my head. But you can see, like, clearly it's not as bright as the package, but it's kind of as dark as the shirt. But oh, thank you guys. Yeah, he's a little trooper. Yeah, he's a little trooper, and so, but he's not up for dyeing any yarn with me for these special mommy home days, and I am very okay with that. That's normally what he has to do when it's just the two of us. So, you know, but having one hand, things get a little harder. Yeah, but he likes it when I work right next to him. So he's like, Mommy, can you come do work in here? And I was like, you want me to work? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Because I'm like, you know, I can just sit here and be with you. And he's like, no, you bring your work. I'm like, all right. He's a sweet, sweet, sweet boy. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Do check out KnitCrate. I think that, I mean, I know I'm gonna have to wait a couple weeks for my next package, and I'm kind of bummed that I'm gonna have to wait. So yeah, and thank you so much for joining me today. I'll probably have another live stream at some point tomorrow. I'll have to figure out if I want to try midday with interruptions potentially, or do an evening one, but I'll schedule that at some point today. So thank you for joining, and if you're tuning in here at the end, the replay will be up, and maybe I'll be able to go in and kind of edit out the when I had to run upstairs. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I think KnitCrate's pretty awesome, so I look forward to what they send me next. Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye.